Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday morning, and it means it's time for a Sunday thought. Well, yesterday morning was Saturday morning. Oh, before I start that, in 2 weeks' time, it will be Christmas Eve. And so I that means very little time now to get ready for Christmas if you're not. And if you're not do not celebrate Christmas, boy, I'm bungling my words. That is what happened to yesterday. And I should have probably just gone on with what I was going to say. Yesterday morning, I was not quite myself. I didn't really, I knew I had one consultation to do in the morning, and I came and sat down, and for some reason, my eye looked at my notebook that I have, where I have everything written down. Now, I'm going to backtrack just a little. In my December newsletter, I mentioned I was doing mini readings on Saturday, January the 9th? Yeah, January 6th. Sorry, January 6th. I look down and I see the date, December 6th, and I see the names of the people that registered. And I went, oh, I'm not ready. How come I forgot that? I didn't send out the Zoom things. I didn't send out, and I panicked. Very unusual for me to do that. Totally lost myself running around, sending out some emails when people got them. Luckily, one lady sent back right away and said, Norma, it's the 10th today, number one. And in your newsletter, you said January. And so came back into reality for the moment. I went, oh my goodness. So I had a few more emails to say, sorry, apologies. I couldn't believe that I had done that, actually, because it's very unlike me. And I was in just a notebook where I keep track of some things as I go along now. And not even my appointment book, which is my Bible, actually, where, every day set out. No, hadn't even gone there. I had lost it. So anyway, everything's hopefully straightened out. And we carried on with the day. And then it was a very nice day because a friend of mine drove down who's been very ill, and she drove like a couple hours down to see me and needed to get back home before the snow flew. And yes, it had started flying before she arrived back home, but we went out for supper and did a few little chores around. It was kind of nice to see her. She used to live here, and we were good friends for a long time. And here we are. We both have gone through health crises this year. So it's aging process or something, but it was good to see her, and it's nice to be in touch with friends and know all those things that go on and work with that. Now, I sat down and I went, okay, well, Sunday thought, what are we going to talk about today? Because it's getting near Christmas, a lot of pressure, but people weren't where I was. In fact, my friend commented, where are all the people? Usually Christmas is really busy. So another friend of mine who I was talking to later had been in our mall, and she said even there it was fairly busy because they had a kind of like a market, Sunday market and things like that there. So what are you doing for Christmas? What are you doing for the holiday season? What are you doing? Are you taking care of yourself? Because it's very important to do self-care, noticing that you're not too tired, not getting in a tizzy like I did yesterday, and getting just things much more organized and keeping. And it makes me realize that for this year, I have one more Sunday thought. Then on Christmas Eve, I'm actually taking some time off because I've got visitors coming and a few other things I needed to catch up with. What exactly does this holiday season mean to you? What practices do you have? There are many, many different religions on this planet now. When I grew up, it was like we had different churches and the Catholic Church, and that was basically it. And I'm sure people who didn't even go to church, but it was nowadays there's so many different nationalities that live in so many different things. I know in my own world, I have taught Muslims, I have taught Hindus, I have taught other people, Sikhs, like different religions, and I've come to really understand a lot of that. in a lot of ways. I have been to Israel. I've been to different other countries and seen how people are, and been to, religious sites and felt the energy in them. So there's a lot of things that happens around this time of the year. First of all, it's colder, it's darker where we live, and there is a sense of what exactly is happening and what exactly is going on. So there's pressure in the air. The air gets pressurized. And I think that's part of what I walked into yesterday was a sense of people's energy. And I am going, excuse me, on Wednesday, I'm going to talk a lot more about energy and how to deal with things when we're in crowds. Because if any time you're in crowds, it's this time of the year. I have not really been out shopping and I have not been around crowds, but I know what to do when I am. So it really makes a difference with that. And the restaurant with my friend and I had supper in last night. We were we were a bit early. We were early. We were mid-afternoon, really. And so there wasn't really anybody else there, but it was a really nice food. I enjoyed it, and I got leftovers. Yay! Anyway, it's really a time. I was thinking about the whole element of giving thanks, and I feel a little rambly this morning, and I apologize for that. Is that I'm a great believer in giving thanks in your mind, if nothing else, saying thank you. When you begin to believe that there is an energy that works with you, there's a couple of things that I say a lot to myself. Everything adds, even if I don't like it, it's adding to me, it's checking, and I get to work with it and see what I want to do with the situation that comes up. The other thing is that everything is in its right place. When you go through life, some things are great. And things run in cycles a lot. When you understand cycles, you begin to see how they all work. So it's like some cycles are very beneficial. They add to you and you go, oh, yes, I really like this. This is working out exactly how I want it. Other cycles, not so much. Other cycles, you get to stop and you have to think, what on earth is happening? What's going on? But it's in retrospect, when you look back, you can see how it adds to you. It's in retrospect that you get to understand why certain events happen in a certain way. I have had what I consider a lot of miracles happen in my life. And sometimes especially one time period where many things shifted and changed and made a very big difference in my life. And all adding to me. And I've come to believe that everything adds even when we don't like it. So even though I messed up yesterday morning and 3 people must have wondered what on earth was going on, because I was just like out of my tree a little bit. And that hasn't happened for a long time. But it's like it just made me say, slow down. You didn't look at your appointment book. You didn't check. You just reacted. And so watch your reactions, because this is pressure time in the year. There's a lot of pressure that goes on here. You don't feel it. You don't know it. It's in the air. And I just want you to have a really good time leading up. And if you're in an area that lights the houses up, just take a drive around and enjoy them. Because if you're in like we are, where we get dark right now at 4:00, the lights are beautiful. In fact, a friend said to me yesterday, just imagine that, when we hit around the 21st, we start going the other way. And I said, yeah, by mid-January, we'll be, it won't be 5:00 before it's dark. It's amazing the difference it makes. But it's right now very dark. We thought we were going to get some snow even yesterday. Well, very cold, but it didn't. So everything adds. Everything is to the excitement of life and the awareness of everything. And I had a lovely Christmas present brought to me, and it was really nice. So just appreciate what you have. Appreciate your life. Appreciate people around you. I'm a great believer in giving thanks. Give thanks for it all, because the answer lies within you. So I just want to say before I close, remember Norma talks, I'm going to talk about energy in crowds. I did mention it lately, and someone had commented on it, and I thought it'd be a good time to maybe do a bigger talk on being in a crowd and how to watch your energy and know what's your energy and what isn't your energy, etc. And then the following Wednesday, I'm going to be doing my Christmas story. So, a lot to look forward to. I want to thank you for your likes and your comments and for being here. I appreciate it. You go and have a great Sunday. Enjoy. And if you can get see some lights, go see some lights. And remember, that's it. The lights are turned on. Thank you. And bye for now.